Hello. All right, I'm making two videos in one day. Kind of not normal, but I'll probably stagger them out to give you time to consume the media. However, today's video is about something that is quite interesting. How the trucking industry or the insurance industry or the US DOT, however you want to see it, how they keep investors out of the trucking business. So if you're somebody that owns a truck or owns a fleet of trucks, and you're thinking about, well, I'll start my own authority instead of leasing these on to other places, this video is for you. So oftentimes, there's another scenario that it can be for, and that is for maybe a husband and wife, where the husband is the driver, but the wife is the one that wants to start the LLC and hire basically her husband as the driver, right? So this video is for those types of scenarios. Well, the main thing that happens with this is you're going to get charged higher premiums. So the way that the trucking or the insurance or the DOT, I don't know where the pinpoint is, but the way it keeps investors out is by charging higher premiums. Because really it comes down to something that's very uncomfortable to talk about, but it's assessing a risk. And when you assess a risk, you're determining how much exposure this risk will have. And I say risk as in you, like a trucking client. And I'm a risk when I'm dealing with my insurance, my car or my home. So it's anybody looking for insurance. So if you are that investor type that owns equipment and you think, well, I'll just hire drivers and start my own DOT number and make some money, right? That would be what an investor is thinking, making money. Well, this video is not really to discourage you away from that, but it's more to help you understand why the barrier of entry will be more difficult for you. For example, that husband and wife scenario. If the wife is not a driver and her husband is a driver, most policies will have an automatic 20% increase for it being a non-driving owner company. So if the husband was the driver and he was the owner of the LLC and he was the owner of the DOT, it would be an owner-driven company instead of a non-driving owner company. So that's the biggest difference that I want you to take away from this, is just that you may be up against the wall and making less money as an investor would want to make because of the insurance costs. So how do you get around that? Well, really, there's no way to get around it other than time. So if you started your DOT number and you have a truck, but you're not a driver, expect to pay higher premiums. Make sure that your drivers understand this in some fashion, right? You can't overextend yourself and promise them a lot of money because you're going to be being charged higher prices. But you can expect that those numbers will go down, especially, and this is kind of hard for people to hear in the beginning, but especially after your third year. So going into your fourth year, you should really expect to be treated the same as an owner-driven company, and you kind of lose the investor label, right? So a non-driving owner company would be basically like an investor. Even the wife hiring her husband, she's basically seen as an investor. So time is what matters. If you can sustain your business longer than 3 years by knowing that you're going to be charged higher prices and knowing that your back is against the wall, then by all means go for it. I'm pretty sure that most of the investors that own equipment end up leasing their equipment on to existing carriers because those carriers have either A, done the more than 3 years, or B, they're owner driven company and that owner brings on owner operators. So owner operators is definitely going to be a next subject for another video. But today's Friday. I'm going to get out there and watch some football. Hopefully you have a great weekend yourself and you're watching this video with high hopes and you're moving forward to get into the trucking business. Thank you everyone for taking the time to watch the video. Hope you like it, share it, subscribe to the channel, comment on there, let me know that you're around. I'd love to see you in the comment sections. Take care. Bye-bye.